Welcome to another edition of Comcast High School Rewind. We are at the 4A semifinals as the Orem Tigers and the East Leopards prepare to square off for a chance to play for a state championship. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Well, a great matchup here today between the Tigers and the Leopards. We will start first with the East Leopards. This is the number 2 team out of that Region 6. They've had a very nice season so far. Overall, 11-2-4 on the season. They went 7-2-1 in region play. And their path to get here, a couple of very nice victories. A victory over Skyline 4-1, and then they defeated Timpanogos 2-0 in the last round to make it to these semifinals. And the guy for them has been really the guy who's led them all season long. Landon Carlson, watch for him, a top 10 scorer in all of 4A. He leads the team in scoring with 12 goals on the season. Has some nice support cast with Ifton and Olivas backing him up there offensively. But a pair of very good keepers as well for the Leopards. Getting the start today as the keep is going to be Padilla for the Leopards. And of course, Naranjo, a very capable backup, but Padilla will get the start. And we may see Naranjo play a little bit in this game, but Padilla is going to be the guy from the get-go. Now we'll switch and talk about the Tigers, the number 3 team in all of 4A. This is a team that, well, they put a lot of points on the board. In fact, they have the number 3 scorer in all of 4A in Daniel Corbett. He's got 16 goals on the season, been phenomenal. And then they just have a number of players to help him out. You look at Quaisho with 8 goals and Thompson with 6. A lot of offensive firepower for these Tigers. And then you mentioned the keep situation. Ben Mitchell will be the starting keep today. He has 5 shutouts on the season. So this Orem Tiger team, nothing to be messed around with. They are very good on the offensive and defensive ends. And, of course, they won that Region 8 and are the number 1 seed out of there. Number 3 in 4A, looking to advance to Rio Tinto with a win here today. But should be a good one here between the Leopards and the Tigers, as now we'll head down to the field and get this one underway. Referee checks with the keepers. And let's get the footy on here from Woods Cross High School. The Orem Tigers in the designated home team in the all-white uniforms, and the East Leopards in the road red. This is back with that D of the Tigers. Now Balser going to push it near side. This one bouncing around, challenged that time by Cortez. Able to create a chance now for the Leopards. They push that one up ahead, looking for Carlson. It was beyond him, still rolling and out of play. That kick sent up by Mitchell. Challenge that's headed up by Graham, and our first whistle of the game will give a kick to East. This kick taken by Thomas Young into the box. Boy, looking for Carlson, and he just missed that one, not by much. Talked about Carlson in our open. 12 goals on the season. Of course, he had 2 goals in their first round victory against Skyline. Led the way in that 4-1 victory. As that time he's able to chest it back to Santana. Now giving run on that far side. Trying to get there is Ifton. Ifton's going to come away with it. Now he's going to look to center in the box. Getting ahead on it. But it went right into the chest of Johnny Bradshaw, who clears it for the Tigers. And a couple really nice opportunities for the Leopards here out of the gate. This one sent up quickly, trying to give chase is Quaisho. He's got it in the box. He's going to fire in a save made by Padilla, and Quaisho can't believe he missed that look. A corner coming up for the Tigers. Bradshaw will take this corner for Orem. Sent in the box, far side, getting ahead, and then just, this one's high, pinballed around, and then eventually cleared out. As there's a Tiger down on the ground. A challenge got physical. Now Carlson is one-on-one trying to lift it over Q Bailey. Bailey heads that all the way back to Mitchell. He will pick that up. Boy, some good end-to-end action here already. We're just 3 minutes in. That one headed back up by Thomas Young and out of play. Trying to get around everyone's Bailey. Going to turn the fields now over to Bradshaw. Centering pass. That one ends up being taken away and ends up on the foot of Whittle, and a late whistle. Giving it back to Orem. Bailey will push it out to that far side. I believe that's Owens. And that pass was just off and out of play. This throw-in gets to Carlson. Again, trying to loft it over this Tiger D. They'll head it back to Mitchell instead. Near side with Bradshaw. Nice job finding Finn Bryan with some space. Got to be careful of Bryan. Certainly a talented player for these Tigers. One of their midfielders. This pass is off the mark and finds Abdi Ifton. Now settling it was Abdi. He's going to send this one down and out of play. Mitchell's kick. Boy, look at the close. Nice job by Abdi Ifton. Get possession back for the boys in red. That one turned over around midfield. Now trying to track it down is Daniel Corbett. He's trying to get around East. Has a run in the box. Corbett looks to fire. That one got deflected. And now another corner for Orem. Bradshaw to take this corner again. Sent in. Boy, that one's loose in the box and then just sent out of play. Headsy play by that East D to clear it out. Bradshaw throws that one in the box. Cleared out by East. Right to Bailey. Trying to get it back up offensively for Orem. Pushing outside was looking for Finn Bryan, but he will not be able to get there. This one turned over now. Here's Graham with it. He was trying to give it back to Quasio. Opportunity broken up, but Orem still with possession here in the offensive end. And then that centering pass, boy, hit our referee right in the face. And then a foul here called on Santana. Put down quickly. Here's Pescara outside now. Corbett had that one taken away. Nice defensive play. I believe it was by Zach Swenson for the Leopards. Now sent up to Carlson. Back was Balser. And a handball call there. And they actually ruled a foul against the Leopards, so this one's going to be put in play and headed out by Cortez. And another corner now for Orem. From the corner, that one headed up by Abdi. Orem able to settle it along that far line. Now sending this one back to Owens. Had to pass it off quickly. Nice job passing through this East team before Orem turns it over. Able to get it back, and the flag is up and an offside on the Tigers. Boy, what a booming kick from Padilla. This is going all the way down. That one headed out by Orem, and now East will have a corner. The corner from Carlson kept that one on the turf. He's still with possession now as they drop it back to Cortez. He looked to send that one in the box, deflected by the Tigers. Now pushing over to that far side with Thomas Young. Man on, closing down on him was Corbett, and ended up giving it back. Now Orem with an opportunity to counter. They're looking up for Corbett. He's able to punch it around Swenson. Boy, nice job by Swenson using that body to break up the run by Corbett, and then trying to draw the foul, and he does so. Boy, textbook D from Swenson that time. Able to draw the penalty or the foul. And we've seen a couple really nice plays by the senior back for East. And then this time a little lazy defensively where East. A couple Tigers coming up to make a run. Padilla had to come out to clear it. This one thrown in to Quasio. And there is that defensive man again. Swenson. Now a service. Looking in the box. There's Padilla. Trying to make a run was Finn Bryan. And now he's looking up for Carlson. Boy, he was hoping that one was going to bounce over the defensive Balser. Didn't do it. But that one turned over far side. But, oh, boy, Ifton just couldn't keep it out off of Orem. Ethan Blanchard on for the Tigers. Meanwhile, Hugo Oliveira comes on for East as that one rolls out, and a goal kick. Mitchell's kick gets headed up by Graham. That one trying to be lofted ahead. And it was Quasio who tried to get it broken up, however, by Olivas. Now with Finn Bryan, nice touch pass going back to Quajo, trying to get back to Bryan. He's going to chase this one down. Looks to center that one. Boy, and that might have been Swenson. May have gotten a piece to just loft it over the box, as there were a couple Tigers making a run at that one. This Orem team's had a lot of offensive chances here in these last couple minutes. That one headed out of the box, right on the foot. That one sent high off of Quajo. Daniel Rondeau comes on for the Leopards. Very talented freshman for East, as he had the game winner in their game against Highland on their senior day, and it was a freshman who came through for him. Boy, nice move on that far side by Owens. Now here's Swenson again with it, going to turn sides of the field. Cortez tried to punch that one up, instead had it broken up. Boy, and really good defense there by Aginiga. And now a card going to be given to Aginiga. He's going to have to come off as he picks up the yellow. So Aginiga picks up the yellow in the 13th minute. Still no score here is Padilla. His kick goes into space, headed up by Graham. This one's going to go over to Rondeau. Trying to work against Graham, turned it over as there was Quajo. He's going to send this one all the way up to Padilla, who will let it roll to him. Looking for that far side. Nice job getting a head on it for Orem. Was Ethan Blanchard. Now Faisal Abdi tried to send that one up. No one there. Broken up by Orem. And back outside with Blanchard. Had that one nearly taken away from behind. Orem able to keep possession before Young steps in front of it to get it back for East. Now, boy, we're looking for Rondeau. And stepping up, making a big play that time was Bradshaw. Broke up the run. It's down on the ground. Cortez is holding himself, trying to get back up. Cortez goes off with the injury. Aginiga comes back on for East. This is back now with Bradshaw, able to get it to Quajo. That pass deflected out off of East. Bradshaw to throw in again. Beautiful job, nearly taking that away by Jessel, is able to punch it up. This one's sent down over the head of everybody. Mitchell will gather it. That's Corbett, who was able to spin around the East defender. Now he finds himself with it on that far line. Swenson trying to mark him, trying to keep him on that line. Corbett's going to look to center, and that one chesting it up in the air was Aginiga and out of play. A beautiful service in the box. Boy, Padilla came out trying to get ahead on it was Graham. A little slow to get up there, looking up for Carlson, but there was the defensive Bailey to chest it down for Orem. Now he's trying to take it up the field, able to punch it back up ahead. As back is Jessel. This one's going to stay in play. Boy, what a ball. And then that one just broken up by Balser. And good thing he did. Otherwise, it would have been Carlson on a run. Couple substitutions for the Leopards as Mukic and Olivas comes on. This one going to be dropped back to Aginiga. Orem now trying to get the possession back. They do so. Thought about turning it. Had some time and space. Now going to send it up. Trying to get there is Ethan Blanchard. Boy, played beautifully, and a foul going to be called on Aginiga. So now a free kick scenario. Served in the box, headed out by Swenson. Right back to the Tigers, and off was Blanchard. Padilla's kick. Right on the foot of Graham. Nice job stepping up to get the possession, and that one lifted over by Pescara. That pass broken up now by the Leopards. Trying to settle it down is Oliveira. He's going to drop it back with Aginiga. Coming near side now with Jessel. Nice ball movement, finds Rondeau. Wall pass right back to him, trying to get around the defense that time of Bradshaw. And now it's Bradshaw who sends it up, looking for Quajo. That one was beyond him and given back to East. Rondo now going to try to send this one up. Here's Mukic, and boy, that one ricocheted off of him a little hard and went back to the Tigers. Boy, and linesman a little slow to make the call. Looked like he almost let Bradshaw influence him that time, as Bradshaw was quick to pick it up and throw it in. This one headed back, and it's right to Corbett. He's going to look to fire right into the awaiting stomach of Padilla. And a good save made that time by Philip Padilla, but if you're the Leopards, you cannot let Corbett get looks like that, because he will not miss. Talking about the number 3 scorer in all of 4A. East now with it at midfield, going to drop this back with Aganiga. Jessel again. Boy, closing down on him quickly was Quajo, able to get it up to Rondo. Back to Jessel. He tried to play it over to Whittle, broken up nicely, however, by Pescara. Now far side still finds the Leopards. That was Blanchard who closed down quickly. And now Whittle has it on that far side. Couple Tigers trying to mark the footwork of Olivas, and he played it out. In the 22nd minute here, in the 4A semifinal between the Orem Tigers and the East Leopards, still no scores. That one played back outside, looking for Olivas beyond him and out of play. That challenge is sent up by Whittle. Now here's Mukic trying to get there. Balser able to break it up. That was Finn Bryan who stepped in front of Rondo to keep the possession for Orem. Now this one's sent up. Nice defensive play by Swenson, able to poke it out. Otherwise it would have been Corbett again. Thrown into Pescara. He tried to play that back, and it rolls out. Jake Thompson comes on for the Tigers. Meanwhile, Faisal Abdi, Abdi Iftin, and Eric Holbert all come on for East. Now this is Mukic with it, trying to get through a couple of Tigers and ends up turning that one over, then punched up ahead. It's Quajo who tried to head it up. Given chase to it quickly. It's Thompson trying to get back there, but it's Swenson again who's going to try to send that up the line. Kicked back up. And Aguinaga sends this one sky high before coming in was Blanchard. Near side now with Finn Bryan. He tried to play that back in the box. Takes a bounce. And then that one bicycled out. Headed back in the box. And boy, fortunate that time. If Quajo made a run on that ball a little sooner, he would have had a really good opportunity against Padilla. But as it was, Padilla able to come out and gather it. And now East looking to answer. That one broken up. Smart play by Q Bailey that time, calling off the Dogs early. Knew he wasn't going to be able to get there. Didn't want to leave his defense short. Boy, how about the stretch by Oliveira that time, trying to save the possession. Swenson up ahead. Now trying to go outside with Ifton. And there's Johnny Bradshaw. Looked like a handball. No call coming from the officials, much to the chagrin of these Tiger fans. That one lifted in the box just above Mukic and right into the awaiting arms of Mitchell. This one sent all the way down. Bicycled out by Swenson. Is trying to control it is Ifton. Back to Abdi. Boy, nice closeout quickly that time by Pescara. And now all of a sudden it's Oliveira with some space. He's going to push this outside now. Here's Olivas. Boy, beautiful centering pass. Now outside with Ifton. And Ifton's going to look to put this one on net. Boy, that one hit the crossbar. Boy, really good opportunity that time by Abdi Ifton. Did not miss by much. He was a good 30 yards out. This one punched back up ahead and out of play off of East. challenge that Faisal Abdi's able to push up ahead. That one off the side of the foot of Eric Olivas. And that one pushed out by Balser. And another substitution now is Mauricio Santana comes on, and that one rolls out for a goal kick. Mitchell's kick, boy, just lifted by Graham. Nice play. Broken up by Aginaga. There's Balser to head it up. Turned it right back over. Trying to put some pressure on his Thompson. Here's Aginiga again. Again looking up for Mukic. He's able to track that down. Nearly ran into his own man in Santana trying to get around these Tigers. Couldn't do it. Nice job stepping up that time by Young. And then a challenge and a foul call against East. This one's sent up. Boy, lots of room up ahead for the Tigers. Nice job closing down quickly, however, by the Leopards. Here's Quajo. He's trying to get around this East defense. Pushes outside. Boy, beautiful wall pass. Oh, man. And did not miss Corbett by much. Was not expecting that pass. Nice pass that time by Graham, who finds it back with him. There's Aginiga to break it up. Owens now with it. He's able to push it up to Corbett, but he couldn't handle the pass. Carlson comes back on for Mukic for the Leopards, and now you've got to worry about that speed on that front line again. This one headed up by Santana and right back to this defense of the Tigers. That one was between a couple Tigers and given back to the Leopards. Now here's Abdi. He pushes up ahead to Carlson. Balser closing in on him. Carlson able to get around him. Now he's going to try to center. Oh, man, had one man in the box. That was Q Bailey, who just saved a beautiful scoring attempt by the Leopards, but they are not giving up yet. Here's Ifton again. That one got deflected, nearly ended up on the foot of Carlson. Back with Jessel now. Tried to send that in the box and sent out again that time. I believe it was off the foot of Owen, and now Orem able to get it out of their defensive zone. Boy, Swenson bringing up a couple really nice passes. This one loose. Given chase was Finn Bryan, but it was East who ended up winning the challenge. They'll have the throw in. Sorry, it didn't go out of play. I lost my line. We're playing the yellow here at Woods Cross High School. Santana couldn't handle that pass. Still giving chase. Nice hustle that time by the junior midfielder for East. Plays this up. Giving chase now is Holbert. And, man, again, making a huge play is Bailey able to get it out. And now East putting together a string of really nice opportunities as we're in the 31st. Thrown in the box. Carlson able to get ahead on it. He was hoping for a call as that one is cleared out by Orem and out of play. Trying to get that one over the D. Couldn't do it. So here's Corbett with it. Nice job using his teammates to get it out of trouble area. Now Quajo, boy, he got mowed down, and a foul that time called on Young. And that one played up and too high for Ethan Blanchard. Robbins and Pescara both come on for the Tigers as Padilla's kick came off the side of Holbert and went back to the Tigers and Pescara, who just came on. There's East looking to capitalize off the turnover. That one was just a little behind Holbert. Now Orem trying to take advantage, but there is Faisal Abdi. Now he looks up ahead for Carlson. He was off anyway. Nice kick by Mitchell. Headed back up, trying to get there's Abdi. Couldn't keep it in. Quick throw in, looking up the line for Jake Thompson. And that one's out of play again. Bradshaw will throw it in to Pescara. Back to Bradshaw now. He's going to try to serve one in the box. Did not get as much of that as he would have liked. Making a run in. On the box was Robbins. And Padilla will go back to where Robbins was. Lots of time and space now on that far side for Olivas. That one turned over. Quickly getting up was Quajo as that one is poked out off of East. Thrown in now to Corbett. Far side with Quajo trying to get around the defense of Olivas. Able to do so eventually. And there is Swenson. Boy, Zach Swenson has just had one of those games where it seems like he has been back there every time defensively for East. And now, nice job not giving up on that play by Faisal Abdi as this one's pushed all the way back. Retreating is Bradshaw. He'll keep it in play as Carlson coming back to mark him. That one's sent right up to Abdi. Now looking up for Carlson again, then coming up in support with Santana. He tried to fire but missed well wide. Whittle comes back on now for the Leopards as this kick from Mitchell makes it to midfield before taking a bounce and a call foul against Orem. But he is going to come all the way up to take this kick from midfield. That one gets in the box, headed up high by Owens and out of play. Abdi going to take this kick. Boy, beautiful service in the box. That one headed out quickly by Finn Bryan coming up, trying to put it back on net. Wazagi Niga is deflected and Mitchell able to gather it easily. He's going to try to come near side with it. Heading that one up was Finn Bryan. Right to the awaiting foot of Gessel. And a nice job by Bryan not giving up on the play. Now he tried to play that to the middle of the field and stepping up instead was Thomas Young. Now he's putting together a little bit of a run. He's going to try to play that one up. Beautiful defense there by Q Bailey as he was able to settle that one easily and get it back for Orem. And then that was Pescara who's being hounded by Whittle. Whittle now giving chase from behind again. And he's going to get called for the foul here. This kick going to come near side now with Johnny Bradshaw. Well, that pass went right to Santana. Bradshaw able to get it back now, middle of the field. Trying to serve this one up. Padilla going to come out, pick it up easily. As a couple Tigers making a run at it. Finn Bryan as well as Jake Thompson. Now Ifton sends this one up, trying to get there was Oliveira, but it was well beyond him. Too much speed on it. Really good at thought, though, by these Leopards. Mitchell's kick headed by Whittle. Trying to settle it down was Quajo. Boy, nice touch. Able to push it over to Pescara, who got it back to Corbett. Now Corbett with some time and space. He's going to push this outside with Bradshaw. Back to Corbett. He's going to try to serve one up. That one's prime for a shot. But instead it was Aginiga who was able to get it out of the box. Coming up now, Owens able to keep it on the offensive end. That one out of play. Owens will throw it in quickly to Pescara. Tries to loft this in the box. And defense very nicely that time by Gessel. Rondo comes back on for the Leopards as we are wrapping up the 38th minute here. Still no score as Ifton looks to push this one up ahead. Broken up by the Tigers. Given chase was Oliveira. And now a nice battle on that far side as Corbett is going to come away with it. That pass deflected out off of Orem. Thrown in now by East. Trying to get ahead on it. Didn't look like he made contact with Oliveira. Now back. Abdi trying to play that one up. Carlson was trying to use his body to create an opportunity. Boy, they had balls are down. Missed him. Now outside. Opportunity for Rondo. Trying to get there. Beat it to the end line. He's going to get it. But it's deflected out off of Q Bailey and a corner coming up for East. In the 39th. Abdi with the corner for the Leopards. In the box. Boy, got a head on it. That one rolls out. And a corner for East. So Abdi gets a second shot here. Nice service. That one's on the ground. In the box. Trying to fire. Beautiful save made by Mitchell. How about that? And then a foul on Young. But how about that save from Mitchell? Maybe his best of the game to keep this one scoreless. In the final seconds now as it is Bradshaw Going to push this up to Bryan at midfield now, taken away by Gessel. Challenge, and that will bring us to the half. Still no score here at halftime of the 4A semifinal between the Leopards and the Tigers. Second half underway. The Leopards will start with possession. Still no score here from Woods Cross, as it has been a back and forth battle. Both teams have actually had very good opportunities. Keeping has been good. So that one is Bailey coming up with Santana, trying to get it back. Bailey able to send that one up. Young going to push this back. Now giving chase is Aguiniga. He's going to let it roll all the way back to Padilla. He will send this one back up. Challenge, that's one out by the Tigers, Matt Owens, my apologies. Up ahead to Quajo. That one punched away by Aguiniga. And now Ifton going to look to send that one up. It's deflected out. Carlson to throw in, does so to space. Boy, that one misplayed, ended up right on the foot of Santana. Couldn't make a play with it, and now Orem looks to counter. On that far line, this one punched up ahead to Corbett. It was just a little behind him, as East was able to clear it out. And that one didn't have enough on it to get to the teammate, as stepping up was Graham for Orem. Pescara now. Boy, really good ideas. He had Graham behind a lot of Leopards. That one ricocheted off of him. And stepping up, keeping it in, was Owens. As East able to lift it out, that one went over Carlson and Owens and sent all the way back down. It will roll out for a goal kick. Padilla's kick. Carlson trying to make a late charge at it. Challenge one out by Orem. Sent up, there's Aguiniga. Was looking to go up that far line. Santana came over to challenge. Instead, it was won by Bradshaw. And now this one sent up for Robbins beyond him. And that will roll out again. Padilla again. Right at midfield, challenged. I'm trying to settle this. Quajo was looking to lift that up ahead to Corbett. Eventually that one's going to be sent up by Aguiniga. That's off the side of the foot of Balser. And Mitchell couldn't keep that one, or sorry, not Mitchell, Bradshaw couldn't keep that in play. Thrown in now for the Leopards, trying to get around Bradshaw. That one sent in. Oh, man, that did not miss by much. And now East on the attack, and a foul called against the Leopards. They don't like it. That's against Olivas. Boy, what an opportunity for the Leopards, as that did not look like a dangerous ball. Mitchell kept going back, made a jump, and that did not miss the net by much. Now East looking for another opportunity. Here's Olivas. Oh boy, was looking to go up to Carlson. It was a really good idea. It was broken up, however, by Q Bailey, who's had a really nice defensive game for the Tigers here today. We talked in our open about these Tigers. Very good on both sides of the ball. 51 goals for the Tigers on the season through 18 games. And they've only given up 20, so they can play a little O and a little D. As now here's Abdi. That one Balser there to break it up. Now trying to change sides of the field. Instead it ended up with Ifton. He was looking to center it to Whittle, and broken up that time by Pescara. Looking back for Pescara. He's going to try to get there, cutting him off. Cortez, nice defensive play, is able to escort that out of play. And a foul here against East. The kick from Bradshaw. That one broken up by East. And that one was trying to be served up or put on net. It was deflected by Young. Still, this one in the air as Ifton comes back. He's going to try to lift that out and does so. Now trying to keep it off his chest is Santana. That one broken up, however, by Orem. Played outside. Now a nice ball through the box that got through, and then, boy, Quajo had an opportunity again and sent that one high and outside. Boy, Quajo had a really good look in the first half and a really good look in the first 10 minutes of this second half. Couldn't connect on either of them, and it was a really nice through ball played by the Tigers, who are looking for a little more now. Coming outside, boy, Robbins with all sorts of time, tried to center it, and then that one's going to be put on net and scores! That is Emil Quajo. Third time's the charm, and the Tigers go up 1-0 here in the 47th. And Emil Quajo, with unofficially his 9th goal of the season, has given a lead to the Tigers here in this semifinal. Here's Carlson. East looking to respond. He's going to play this over to Young. Looking to center that one, deflected out of play off of Bailey. Thrown in by Young, headed out by Balser. Now tracking this down is Alex Graham for the Tigers. He's going to look to send one up. That's Corbett who's able to touch it up. Given chase now, it's going to roll back to Padilla. His kick headed back up. Quajo was trying to get there, able to get some pressure to give it back to Robbins now. He's going to usher it up the timeline, and a really nice defensive play by Young, who's able to poke that one out. Thrown in. Challenge nearly taken away by Abdi. However, Orem's still with it. That's Owens. Has that one kicked out. It's actually out off of Owens. A really nice job by Carlson that time. We talked about his scoring ability. That time it was his defense. He's able to deflect it out and get possession back for East, as this will go all the way down and roll out for a goal kick. The kick from Padilla. Right around midfield, headed back up by Graham. Trying to keep it in and doing so. Nice play there by Abdi Ifton. This one's going to get through. Back is Aginiga. Plays it back to Padilla. His kick was a little off the mark and ends up right with Robbins, who got the assist on that first goal by Quajo. Pescara now played up to Quajo, to Robbins. And that time Corbett was trying to stay on side, but couldn't do so. That one looked to be fired on net by Oliveira. And Ifton tried to play it back. Nice job retreating, keeping possession that time by Cortez. Played up. Boy, that one nearly turned right over near the box by the Tigers. Able to get it back, however, was Q Bailey. That one off the side of the foot. Now Corbett's going to try to track this down for Orem. Does so. Marked by Swenson. Corbett centering pass. Boy, that one's in the box. Looked like a handball. No call. Taken away. Then a trip. Eventually a call. It's going to go against Orem. Fortunate for the Tigers, did not get called for the handball earlier. Padilla's kick goes off the chest of Robbins. Carlson plays it back now to Young. Carlson now with it on the near line. Nice job using Santana to get around the defense, and that pass was just beyond Carlson and back to the Tigers. Swenson able to head that out. Robbins heads that up. It got to the foot of Thomas Young for the Leopards, and now some nice footwork by Pescara. And look at Orem just find the space on the field. Now it's far side with Bradshaw. Tried to play that up, challenged, and a kick awarded to Orem. Johnny Bradshaw. Service in the box. This one dangerous again. There's Padilla to make a huge save. And it was Quajo again who was able to touch that one up. Looked like it was going towards the post and in, but it was Philip Padilla. A huge save for the Leopards to keep this in the game, as we are now in the 52nd minute. Throw in awarded and quickly thrown off of Santana. He wasn't happy and just kind of brought Bailey down, and he will get a card in the 53rd now. Olivas comes on for the Leopards. Again, it was Santana who picked up the card. Now here's Quajo. Boy, tried to touch that one to that far sideline. Couldn't do so. Sent out by Aginiga. And that time getting ahead on it was Abdi. Went the wrong way. Back to Padilla, who will pick it up. A high kick from the East keeper. That one headed back up. There's Faisal Abdi. Boy, and dangerous plays. Q Bailey had 3 Leopards around him, was able to get rid of it, but now East looking to attack. Here's Thomas Young looking to play up. That one broken up again by Bailey. And just as Swenson has been so good defensively for the Leopards, Q Bailey has been a very, very good back for these Tigers. That one played beyond Young and sent back down as Swenson able to get ahead on it. Robbins keeps it in play. Now Quajo going to look to settle it. And it went right to Whittle, then misplayed, and now it's Corbett. He's going to usher this in the box. Looks to fire. That one's left shallow. And a kick coming up for Padilla. Blanchard comes on for the Tigers. Mukic and Gessel both come on for the Leopards. This one headed up. Giving chase again. Quajo trying to get around that corner, and Cortez is going to peel this back. Again, Cortez marking him. Able to punch that one out. Bradshaw's throw in into the box. That one headed out and then lifted out by Ifton. Trying to get there's Oliveira, able to get it. Now sent that up. It was a little behind Mukic and right back to Q Bailey. And now another opportunity developing, and just off on that far side were the Tigers. It was really close, but flag went up against Bryan. Padilla will take this free kick, headed by Carlson into space. Bailey will send it all the way back down to Padilla. Rondo comes back on for the Leopards. Mukic trying to track that one down. Carlson steps up to get the possession. Now turning this back to the middle of the field. He's going to try to cross that one. Broken up instead is right place at the right time by Pesquera. Sends it all the way down to Padilla. He's going to try to send this one over that Orem D. Instead headed back up. Boy, and some really, really nice footwork that time by Graham. Sends it up. Now giving chase to it is Corbett. Marked by Swenson. Tries to center that one in the box off the side of the foot, and a chance put on by Graham, and he is frustrated with himself. Knows he did not get good foot on that, as he had a golden opportunity from inside the box. Couldn't capitalize. Carlson has that one taken away, and coming back has that kicked out, and a throw into Orem. Challenged and a foul here against Gessel. Kick awarded to the Tigers. Bailey looking to serve this one up. Oh boy, and a beautiful opportunity that was just beyond the diving head of Graham, I believe. Thomas Young comes on for the Leopards as this kick nearly goes out. It was kept in by Blanchard. And Orem really trying to put the pressure on here. They've had a number of really good looks here in these last few minutes. As that one played up by Aginiga. Back now with Gessel. Whittle able to touch that to the outside. Played up well beyond Mukic, and that will roll out of play. Thrown in over the head of everybody. This one's going to roll down. Boy, nice hustle coming back by Quajo. He's nearly able to get the possession back, and a challenge and a foul against Quajo. Midway through this second half as that one's headed out off of Blanchard. Thrown in looking for Carlson. That one rolled by him and then cleared out by Bailey. That one headed out off of Orem. This one thrown all the way into Oliveira. Really nice throw in that time by the Leopards. Pushes this right over to Whittle. He's going to push this up to Rondo and tried to pass it right back to him, instead out off of Orem. Looking to throw in the box. Boy, that one hit the wrong side of the foot of Balser, but Mitchell able to pick it up easily. A booming kick. Swenson's able to get ahead on it. And that header was left short, nearly given back to the Tigers. There's Swenson again. Coming up, Abdi, able to punch that back to the middle with Whittle. A nice job closing out on that one by Orem. I believe it was by Brian. Graham. That challenge was deflected away. Here's Quajo with it now on that far side. Closed out on quickly by Gessel and out of play off of Gessel. Whittle going to play it now to face all Abdi. Looking up for Carlson. And that time closing out quickly was Owens. Thompson tried to play that out to Blanchard, and that's deflected out off of Blanchard. He's throwing coming up. Ifton comes back on for East. Corbett back on for Orem. Van Mindy comes on now for the Leopards. This throw-in looking up the line never came in, and a throw-in now to Orem. Quajo able to settle it. Nice job just lifting it right over this East D. That pinballs around, and an offside as that ended up with the foot of Thompson. Long ball that missed everybody on the challenge. Whittle settles it for East. Looking up for Carlson. Stepping up was Balser. Quajo now going to drop this back with his defense. This is Bradshaw with it. Has that pass broken up out of play off of the Leopards. Nice job by Gessel stepping up, deflecting that, and then that's deflected out off of Orem. Santana comes on for the Leopards. This one on that far line. Carlson tried to keep that down. Instead it went up far, trying to get around the defense of Bailey. Has some help back, then eventually cleared by Bradshaw. That one tried to be played over. Instead, it got deflected by Thompson. Now he's looking to create an advantage. Has Blanchard coming with him, able to play that back instead to Pescara. He's going to try to cross this one over just beyond the head of Finn Bryan and out. This one's still looking to be settled, will be by Blanchard, who will just play it out. Trying to get this up to Carlson. Able to get around a sliding Blanchard. Now Carlson looking for some space. Able to serve this one up. Boy, Mitchell came out to get a hand on it. That one rolls through, giving chase to the far side. Now Bryan. And he's able to play it up that far line. And another impressive save made that time by Mitchell. Now we've got a run going on that far side. Potentially a 2-on-1 developing for the Tigers. Centering pass. This one put on right on the floor to Padilla, who's able to scoop it up easily as that was Thompson. Had an opportunity to net the second for the Tigers. Couldn't do so. This played beyond Blanchard, and now Ifton with it. Centering pass to Santana. He's pushed off the ball, was hoping for a call from the official. Nothing coming as Corbett now racing down the field, plays over to Quajo. Now this is going to be played back to Corbett and just beyond him and out of play. And now this up and down action starting to take a toll on the Leopards as a foul here called against Owens. The kick from Padilla on the near side of midfield. This one's going to be close to being on net. Mitchell will catch it easily. Now Padilla's going to have to race back. We talked about the speed of this game taking its toll. Seen some defense for the Leopards trying to catch their breath, trying to stretch their legs. Fatigue becoming a factor. Here's Gessel with it. Looking to play it up. Challenged by Quajo, and out off of him. Robbins comes back on for the Tigers as Holbert comes on for East. This was played up for Holbert. He's cut off by this defense, and that one will roll out for a goal kick. A kick from Mitchell. Headed back up off the head of Gessel, but it will roll out. This one rolling. Corbett trying to give chase. Instead, it's off the side of the foot of Santana. Takes a bounce and out of play. Robbins looking to throw in quickly, trying to get it up to Thompson. And a really nice job again using the body. Young that time, able to shield off Thompson to keep the ball and possession for the Leopards. I tried to send this one up, left it short as Owens able to head it back up. Boy, a nice play stepping up that time by Gessel. That ball looked like it was going to have enough lead on it, but almost floated backward on Whittle and went back to the Tigers. And now East able to use passing to get the ball out. Looked like another handball that time. No call coming. Here's Swenson now with it. We'll settle it. Being marked by Quajo, and they call the foul here on Emil Quajo. Padilla kicks it up to Ifton. He's marked by Robbins. Tried to get it to Carlson. Boy, nice job by Carlson, able to keep it. Robbins had a hand on Carlson. That's why you hear the chuffing from the East faithful. This ball kicked all the way down for an East throw-in. Abdi and Oginiga come on for East as that one's deflected out off Orem again. Just wrapped up the 70th minute here. Still 1-0 Orem for the Tigers. As that one rolls out for an Orem throw-in. Thrown in, here's Graham with it. That pass broken up, sent up. Carlson was the only one there, tried to come over from center to play it. Now this ball in crossing ends up with the foot of Abdi Ifton. Plays it over to Whittle. Whittle was looking up, trying to touch it up, was Holbert. Now this one played up to Thompson. Was looking to drop it back to Pesquera. Ended up turning it over. Is now back with this defense, and Oginiga pushes it over now to Gessel. And a foul call there against the Tigers. Padilla will put this in play. Getting ahead on it, I believe it was Thompson trying to track that down. It was actually Owens. Our apologies to him. He's looking over for Whittle. Instead, it was broken up by Pesquera. Now tracking that down is Abdi Ifton. Boy, nice job just spinning around that one to keep the possession. That one played up by Young. Boy, nice job using the passing to cut through, and Carlson had Abdi Ifton near side and just missed him. And Ifton frustrated because he had a lane. This one going to be thrown all the way up to Thomas Young now. Being hounded by Thompson from behind. That pass broken up by Quajo. That was Graham who had that one kind of pinball back and forth, and then trying to push it outside was Abdi. And that one kicked out, sent out off of East. Owens to throw into the box. Quayo able to get a head on it. Was trying to head it to that far side with Finn Bryan. Instead, it was kicked out by these Leopards. And now Oliveira tries to send it up. That one is settled by the foot of Bailey. High kick again. Coming up that time, it was Balser trying to head it up. Again, it's Balser heading it up. This one pinballing back and forth between a couple players. Spinning around at that time. Tracking it down, Van Mindy. Gessel now finally going to get some good foot on it. Looking down for Carlson. Looked like he got pushed down, and that's the call against Bailey. From about 28 yards out. It'll be Landon Carlson. Keeps this one on the floor. That one sent out by Graham easily. Back with Oginiga. Now here's Whittle with it. Going to push this outside to Ifton. And Ifton was off. The Orem Tigers now 5.5 minutes away from a trip to the 4A state title game, leading the Leopards 1-0. Padilla will roll that out. East needing to create opportunities. No unofficial time here in this semifinal here, and a kick given now to Orem. Johnny Bradshaw. This one served up beautifully. Boy, that one hits the crossbar. Still in the box and then lifted up and over by Quajo, and a goal kick coming up for Padilla. Corbett now comes on for the Tigers, as does Mukic. This one headed back up now. Thompson trying to settle that. It will roll. Young will come over. Try to play it up. Instead, it will come out. Thrown in now by Owens. Looking in the box. Getting ahead on it was Swenson. On that far side, Whittle able to clear it out. And this is going to roll all the way out for another Orem throw-in. Bradshaw to throw in. Gessel gets ahead on it now at midfield. Swenson's going to track that down, lift this one high in the air. Challenge the Ifton, is able to just kind of push off. Now Young, centering back to Abdi. Back up to Young, has Ifton with him near side. Instead he's going to turn it to the middle of the field. Over to Ryan Whittle now, the junior with it. Coming up closely on him was Graham, was looking up for Rondo and out. This one thrown in the box, headed out by Balser. Whittle able to get a foot on it now far side. Trying to center it to Carlson, sent out by Bailey, and now this one was just beyond a running Thompson as Swenson sends this one back up high, shouldered up. Now trying to control it is Abdi. Dusso was trying to cross it over to Ifton. It was left short and given back to the Tigers. Pinballs back and forth before coming up. That time was Abdi. And now it's going to find Quajo, but given chase quickly is Mukic. And that one played out. Kick awarded to the Tigers, so this will be Bradshaw. A high kick. That one headed out by Swenson. Is trying to get behind everyone was Finn Bryan. Now looking up for Carlson. That one stayed on the floor as Corbett was able to cut it off and send that out of play. Rondo going to try to quickly throw this into Whittle. Boy, and a dangerous kick potentially. No call as now here's Graham ushering it down. Boy, a couple East Leopards and a foul called against East. Q Bailey will take this kick from 40 yards out. Able to get it over the wall. That's high, and a kick up coming now for Padilla. 50 seconds left. That's how much time East has to try to extend their season. This one broken up by Robbins, fouled, and a kick given back to the Tigers. This kick put in play by Bailey, trying that other side of the field, headed out off the head of Rondo. Throwing up that far line, trying to get ahead on it is Gessel. Now in the closing seconds, tries to keep it in play, can't do so. Corner coming up. With that, the clock will expire. Orem Tigers, prepare yourselves for Rio Tinto. You will go to the 4A state championship game with a 1-0 victory over the East Leopards. And again, our final score here from Woods Cross High School. The Orem Tigers have defeated the East Leopards by a final score of 1-0 here in the 4A semifinal. And what an interesting game this was. You know, this came out, we talked about the offensive abilities of the Tigers, the defense of the Leopards, and both teams really had a number of good looks in that first half. The Leopards made a couple really nice shots. Mitchell was phenomenal in goal today for the Tigers, and you know, give some credit to Padilla as well. He made some solid stops, a number of opportunities where it was 1-on-1, 2-on-1 for the Tigers. Could not beat him in that first half. We would be tied at the break, but then it would be in the 47th minute. It was a very nice run put on by Cam Robbins. Centering pass that got deflected, ended up right on the foot of Emil Quajo, and he was able to knock that one in from inside the box past Padilla for the lone goal of this one, the game winner for the Tigers, and that would be the difference. As with that 1-0 victory, again, the Orem Tigers will continue this great season that they've had. We've mentioned one of the top scoring teams in all of 4A. They improved now to 15-3-1 and have earned a trip to Rio Tinto to try to contend for a state title here in 2013. Meanwhile, for the East Leopards, a phenomenal season for them as well. They finished the number 2 seed out of that Region 6. It was a good region, a tough region. A lot of credit to Landon Carlson. He had a phenomenal year. The keepers were great between Padilla and Naranjo all year long. Ifton, Olivas, all these guys had really, really solid seasons for the Leopards, but in the end, it would end at the semifinal. So tough end for the Leopards, but a nice season to East High School this year. But in the end, again, it's the Tigers advancing to the state championship with a 1-0 victory here over the East Leopards. And that will do it for us here on Comcast High School Rewind. For Vince Francis, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.